I want to refill my water bottle. It's that easy. Hey there. Welcome to Bushwhacked Adventures. Are you ready to journey into the wilderness and explore the great outdoors? All right. Welcome to today's adventure right here in the driveway. We're going to install water. It's been a dry camper, but got this idea from one of my daughter's friends. Taylor, thank you. I've got a faucet here. It runs on a pump, USB charge. It's like under 20 bucks to buy this thing on Amazon. It's designed to be able to put on the top of like a 5-gallon jug. So I was thinking about putting my faucet right down here. We've actually decided that we like it up here. It'll be a little easier to put a bigger container underneath it, a water bottle, whatever it is. It's going to be up more out of the way so you don't potentially have something fall on it and end up turning on the water when you don't want it to be. And I think I can make this work pretty well. What I've done is it's a 2-inch by 1-inch Schedule 40 adapter. So this 1-inch pipe, this would be 2-inch here. And what I've found is that taking this down to Home Depot, that's a great fit. I spray painted it to kind of match that color tone. And this is just going to be a little stub that will drill through to be able to mount this up. So we'll go right here. What I need to do right now is to mark my hole. And if anybody's curious about what you need for a hole saw, it's a 1 3/8 size. We're about right there, and I am wondering if once we get this all keyed up, will my drill fit up there? Ooh, that's gonna be a challenge. I may need to go from the bottom side actually. That is exactly what I'm gonna need to do because that will work. This butcher block is, I think, 1.5 inches thick. Yeah, it's gonna have to go from the bottom. Well, I'm committed now. Gets hot. That's a thick block. Smoky. There we go. All right, that's what we're after. Okay, I'll touch up the paint on it before I do the final install. Now, with the pump accessible up here, we want to have the water line run through here, kind of tucked back the best we can right there. Perfect. All right, for this next part, we need to actually tap into the jug. The water cube, picked it up at a store. Don't remember, just been sitting around. I've had it for a year or so. I've got a siphon tube for dropping down into the bottom and a couple of fittings that we're going to use to tap in right here. I considered going right here, but it doesn't sit flat on the inside. So we've got a nice flat surface right here. We're going to drill a hole in it. I can use this spot here to be able to kind of run it, and I think I will go this direction with the fitting, since it'll work with the orientation of what I'm trying to accomplish. And we'll be able to get the fitting on the inside. We'll put some Teflon tape on it. So I've got just a couple of adapters, 1/4 by 1/4, and then an elbow. Those are the pieces we're working with. So I need to drill a hole. And I don't think I'm going to need a hose clamp on that. That's going to work beautifully. Now I need to get that back there. Well, I'm liking that. It's actually, it wants to thread onto the plastic, meaning it's good and snug. So let's work with this. This is pretty much going to be a pain. Got to get just the right hand position in there. But it's working well. Okay. Ratcheting socket. If I can get my tube and figure out the direction I want to go. Yep, that's the way. So backwards. We'll get it. I had it right the first time. Okay, so I can take that and slide it in there. There we go. That's the ticket. I'm using a 15 millimeter. Gotta let that core, that hose, rotate with it. Okay, I like that. That worked pretty good. Okay, I think we're good. Brass fittings. Little Teflon tape helps to seal that up. Okay, when I put on Teflon tape, I always think about which direction am I screwing it on. So if I'm screwing it on this way, you want to wind the Teflon tape the same direction. Just like so. So that when you screw on whatever it is you're screwing onto it, the other side of the fitting. Now I need to hold it inside. And I want that about right there. Now, get the other piece. Get a little more silicone on this. Okay, that's what we have. Fitting inside for the hose, it drops down to the bottom. Elbow, because that's the way I could have gone straight out, but I wanted an elbow there. It's going to bring it over. We'll connect in to the line coming up through to the pump. Going to let this dry and just leave it alone for right now. Let's get the cap back on here. Okay, so how does this work? Down here, this will get connected in. I'm not going to connect it right now. I still need to do some cleaning. I've got some little clips. They're self-adhesive backs that I can kind of help hold it in place, keep it out of the way. This is going to work well. I'm looking forward to getting a little water in the trailer. Faucet is installed here. I like what I've done here because I can kind of pivot that away when it's in storage mode. I used to put my thermostat right there. I can relocate it. I'll find another spot. But I like this because it kind of keeps this protected so that I'm not worried about something hitting it. Got my line coming down here, passing through. Oh, I missed a spot. Got to vacuum there a little more. There's a little extra line so that if I need to pull it up, I can, or feed it down. And this is long enough. I can bring it clear out here. And it will connect as soon as I'm ready to, right in there. Before I finish up the install and get that in, I want to actually do a quick coat of mineral oil on my shelves. And once I get that done, we're going to get the water hooked up. I've got the jug ready. It's filled up, and took a little trip to Home Depot. Picked up a quick connect for the size line that I'm using. What that's going to allow me to do is to actually completely disconnect the jug so that I can take it in the house and fill it up and then bring it back out. So that's where we're at. I'm going to get the mineral oil out and we're going to get going with this. Now that we have the counter with a fresh coat of mineral oil on it, I want to go and get this hooked up. Using this piece, it's a union coupling that works for the size tubing I have. I have a 1/4 inch inner diameter and 3/8 outer diameter, so this fits 3/8. And if there's any questions about the pump, I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $15, $20. It only draws 4 watts, 3 hours to charge. It should last me a fair amount of time. It's basically a pump that's designed to sit on the top of a 5-gallon jug of water. So that's what we're dealing with. Here's my coupling. Okay, the plan was to attach my hose, put a clamp on it, and be done. But I've decided as well I'm going to put in a little coupler. And I don't want a huge Okay, if you've never used a coupler like this before, the trick is you need to get your hose seated all the way down against that black O-ring inside, or it could potentially leak. And once I get this on here, and that's in, it's solid. If I want to remove it, push it in, you push it in to release it. Like so. We're ready to go. Now what I need is a clamp. I think I'm satisfied with that. All right, now I got to get this jug into this hole, and you can see here I have my power coming through. So we'll just slide it in, and there is going to be one additional thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put another D-ring back over there so I can put a strap over, but we'll do that later. That is home for this whole setup. Now let's give it a test, see what we have. Now I need to release there so you get a little air into the container. Then we'll see what we have up here. Turn that around. It's all charged up, and we've got to prime this line. It might take a minute, but let's see what happens. See the water up? There we go. Water in the trailer. Now, I'm going to toss this, and then we'll get a drink. Okay, we've got the line primed. I want to refill my water bottle. It's that easy. That's going to be awesome. Water. No longer a dry trailer. 5-gallon jug. $5-10. Little hose. And a couple of fittings. I think that was 10 or 15. The pump, 15 or 20. So for under $50, I've added water to my trailer. Now, you say, where's my sink? I have collapsible wash basins that I can set up here on the counter to wash dishes if I need to. Most likely I would do that outside most of the time, but in the wintertime I can do that inside. It's just nice to have water at this point, so that's going to be very, very helpful. We got the water set up, countertops ready to go for the next few rounds. And still work to do on the trailer, but enjoying it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell to receive notifications for future content. That's all, folks. See you on our next adventure.